All right, Optic versus FaZe, man. Let's break it down. Let's see what's going on here. We're going to focus on the arrows and really talk about any good plays that we see, basically. So Merc is kind of just watching over right now, going to get that time. Biggest kill there for me is number 7. As soon as 7 gets that kill, that's why mid-cuts are so important. Right now, look at 04 versus Hook. So, like, where Hook's standing right now, he has a really good angle to kind of watch the cross. And this is just going to be one of those battles, right? Of, like, Simp is actually making a really good play. Him going to time is kind of setting the tempo because right now, he's forcing Optic to cross from where he is, right? I think it starts with Shotzi. Like, how does Shotzi even die here? That's kind of where it starts. Yeah, so right there, you see Shotzi and Simp go through. I think that play from Shotzi, if we kind of pause it in isolation, it is really important that he gets that kill. Otherwise, it really sets up, like, a bit of a failure. Because if he dies like he did, it just kind of messes them up. So it's kind of high risk. I don't know if the reward's worth it necessarily. Because even if he kills Simps, like, Draza gets to trade, so it's not really worth it in my opinion. It's just one of those plays that, I don't know, I'm not really sure the plan there, but you can see right now Hook kind of has across 3v4, he goes through, again, Hook dying here as well is not great, and then you have Mercury's on the time. For me personally, I feel like Mercury's going on time now isn't ideal because they lost the numbers. And you know what? That's what I really like. Look what he just does. He goes on time. He gets that kill. He notices mid-cut's dead. One thing I like is the way he plays this. I actually didn't even watch this map. I watched this map, but I can't remember it fully because, well, I don't even know. I can't remember. But this is like my first analysis of it. The way Merc backs away there is exactly what I love him doing there. Like, it's such a good play to realize, like, I'm going to lose time, enemy back away. That's just a good play. 04 uses a smoke. That's hilarious. I saw someone on Twitter say that. That's why that's just funny. I just realized that he did that. Now, smoke there is actually crazy. Bro, how you know have separate classes, man? That's hilarious. So you're going to go through right now. Optic just kind of in a bit of a blender off the break there. Dashi trying to go through. Good shots from Dashi. Getting across. 8's going to make a play as well. You just see the pacing right there. Like, even now, like, 8 makes a kill. Now, this is where you see the pros be a little bit different than maybe normal players or rank play or stuff like that, right? I want you to pay attention to what happens here with the pros. Look how they kind of push this, how aggressive they get, right? So right now, with 20 seconds left, a lot of times when I'm coaching people or watching 8, these players will kind of go and help the front. But what you see now is we identify that this is the next rotation, and these are where the fights are going to take place. So just kind of take a look what happens here from number 6 pushing through, but number 1 and 3 are also pushing through, right? And now they're going to back away because number 4's here. Now, because he spawns there, it tells us someone's going to be around there. So look, Mercury's going to pick that up, and it's all about timing, because if he gets it a little bit later, he doesn't know if Simp gets across. So you're kind of just working around your timing. He goes through, they get a couple of kills. They're blocking the back right now, so Optic are blocking the back, and now they're just going to watch the time. Biggest thing I say right now is FaZe are just shooting better. Like, Optic are getting into scenarios and just not winning their gunfights, and the arrows are both looking good in their teams. It's just who trades more efficiently, and right now FaZe are doing a good job off the start. Again, just good job breaking in, man. Optic had the spawns, FaZe putting so much aggression. The biggest kill for me was Simp onto Mercury, just takes a space on the left there. And right now, again, same thing. They're holding it from the front, which isn't ideal, but it's still able to be done. The two biggest spawns you're looking at here is you're going to have one spawn around there and then one spawn around there, right? So right now, those are the two spawns activated, and you're seeing, as soon as Optic gets the kills, look at the pressure. Once again, pressure, right? So Hook is going through. Let's talk about his use of equipment there, because that's such a small detail that could be missed. So right now, he realizes he's kind of pushed up front. He's trying to watch the front and the left. Optic really need to work on their gridlock hardpoint if they want a good chance of winning, since Sake is their ultra veto. Yeah, I agree. I do want to do an Optic VOD review on after this on the gridlock as well. I want to see what went wrong for them on the gridlock. Turning the fan on, it was hot in there. But right now, like, look what Hook does. So he knows, like, they're coming through the front. So what he does with his grenade, it's kind of anticipation. He chucks a grenade there, goes to the left, and tries to, like, maybe wrap around. And what he's doing now, he's just trying to get the timing of the cammering. So he ends up getting killed there, which is kind of unfortunate. But credit to FaZe. Look at the double chow. He goes through here. So look at the double chow. This is small details, but look at this. Abuser wide chows, and then Simp comes in front of him. So they kind of share bullets, get that initial kill, and right now, it's just a really good play from them. With 20 seconds left now, Dashi's kind of by himself. So again, I think FaZe just putting so much pacing on the map, and it just becomes, you know, their favor. This is the perfect example right now. Like, if you're looking at the team trades, if you're like like, look at these kills right here, okay? You're in a 3v2. If you're Simp and Draza right now, you don't care if you lose or die here. You don't care. You want to basically win the team trade. So right now it's a 3v3. It's not about your individual trades. It's about the team trades. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, it's not about your individual trades. So look what happens there, right? They fight. Look, Shotzi gets so many kills there, right? But the trades go into the favor phase. So even though like Simp died there, Abuser died there, it just doesn't matter, because as long as you win the team trade, it changes everything. Which is why I always say, like, when you're playing, like, focus on the team trade. Make sure your team gets the result, because now it's a big 15 seconds. Huge 15, okay? Number 1 versus number 7 right now. So if you look at the map right now, if we kind of just pause it from where it is, 7 knows that he has to watch either middle and he has to watch their side. So him watching their side, he should get help from number 8. So realistically, Simp now should watch middle, and it's kind of like a natural flow. Let's see what happens there. So just like we mentioned there, Simp goes through. Now, I actually think you should watch middle there, but if you rewind it a little bit, what you're going to realize is when number 5 spawns, he can actually watch middle by cutting through middle. So the fact that he spawns there, because we're still on the old hill right now, we're still on the old hill spawns. So he actually leaves middle, reinforces the hill, but he only leaves middle because Draza is there to help out through middle. So you see, again, it's not about what is empty, it's about what your team, where they're coming from and stuff like that. It's all about the pressure. So now he's going to go through. They're going to go through, and Simp is going to kind of hold this side. And this is where, again, it comes down to the type of player you are and the play style. Simp takes a bit of a bargain here, a bit of a gamble, sorry, not a bargain. And he basically knows the situation. So many times when I'm watching people play, I feel like they panic in this moment, probably myself included, where I'm like, I'm Simp, I'm like, I have to get in the hill. But what he does is he holds this lane, and he basically just lets Optic have this control, same as Draza. What they do, they basically trap Optic in this area, and they're going to kind of like pinch together rather than dying and letting Optic have mid-map control. It's kind of like, let them have a couple of seconds, let's just pinch together and slow it down. But the biggest thing I want you to notice, right, is look at the time. There's still 6 seconds left of the P2. We have 7 members of the game rotating here. It just goes to show how fast these players are, especially at this stage of the game. With maps like Den, we've been playing for months, they've been scrimming every day. They all know what they want to do. It's just simply the execution now, right? Simp wins a massive fight, and as he wins a fight, they kind of push him through middle. And Optic are kind of in a tight blender here. They can still win this, as you see there. The trades come in, and once again, it comes down to that 1v1, who it just falls down to the trades. It really is that simple. It's going to come down to those trades and those efficient plays. What we're really looking for is like those big mistakes. But right now, Optic just winning their team trades well. Shotzi with a massive grenade blunder there, and boom, goes through, takes his teammates out, and that's going to really, really cost them on this rest of this P3. So now what you're going to see again is look at the reinforcements from number 7. He's going to watch the mid-cross. So if you look what 04 is, right, he's actually watching this mid-cross, and he's going through. Now, it's quite interesting there that 2 spawns out. So what that means is basically, I mean, Hassad, you can help us out here. Why did 2 spawn out there? Because is that more because the default spawn is actually that side? Normally, default spawn is closest to the hill, right? So let's say this hill's there. Normally, default's the one closest. What it looks like on this hill is default's back there, because it is a bit weird that he spawned there. It's more, maybe 7 needs to back away a bit until, like, you know, it's one of those ones. They didn't have anyone, like, hard blocking it, but they kind of took a risk there. So it definitely backfires. That's like a big mistake there. I think right there, if you back away now, they get all the kills here. That's a big mistake. Like, it kind of messes them up here. Right now, one of them has to, like, back away and make sure we're good for spawns. Because as soon as number 2 spawns there, he has a natural pinch, and that kind of messes them up. So, definitely a bit of a stave there from Optic. I think that's a little bit of a messed up play there from FaZe as well, in my opinion. But, yeah, little things like that. So, once again, we're going through to new hardpoint. Now, whenever I'm coaching someone or people ask me about spawns, one thing I notice is, right now, what they would do is they would sit at the back of the spawns. And they're like, oh, you know, we need to sit here and protect the spawns. Right now, what you need to do is cut the map like this and don't let FaZe get past these areas. That's what we need to do. We need to slow FaZe down. So as Optic right now, you're going to see Hook puts pressure bottom lobby, right? You're going to see Shotzi go to the new hill, and we basically want to try and see where the pressure's coming from. So they're all going to play their off angle and try and get a kill. I actually don't love the play from Mercules. Like, right now, I don't think Mercules needs to go left, because I'm just thinking about this from Dashy's perspective, right? He's on old. He hasn't commed anything. Like, they don't know where the pressure's coming from right now. I think Mercules maybe took a gamble and assume that the pressure's coming from the left rather than through middle, which the pressure was actually coming from. So I can kind of understand it. I just think he maybe could have waited for the pressure, but it's just one of those ones. But you see they go through. He ends up losing that fight, and now the pressure comes in. And especially with Shotzi losing his... Oh, he wins his fight. That's fair. Okay. It works out okay because Shotzi wins his fight. I think Shotzi loses his fight there. It gets really, really bad. It gets really bad. So Hook's doing a good job there again. And now you can see, like, this is where you play a bit more defensive. They're playing for, like, a wave of kills. And all they're doing now is slowing the game down, playing for a wave, playing for a wave. Now you're going to see some aggression. As soon as they get these kills, you see some aggression. But once again, Simp with the spawns, doing a great job. So let's back away a little bit and see what happens there, okay? So number 8 gets through. It's Simp. Simp gets through. He kills Dashi. Great kill into Dashi. Now they're looking for Simp. They're looking for Simp. 1 second. Yeah, sorry. I just want a quick call. So, yeah, right there. Thing I would say right now is because Simp goes through, he needs to try and distract. Whenever you're in this situation, if you're Simp, your goal is to just distract the green arrows. Let them look at you. Because if we look at the green arrows right now, the way they're facing... If we could distract Mercules, and we could maybe distract Hook, even if number 4 spawns there, and we, like, be annoying, by just being, like, the pain there, we are leaving the whole of the front open for my teammates where they have numbers, right? But if you actually look what happens, as soon as he goes across, he ends up dying. Now the back is fully open, and they don't need to worry about that. So now they're going to help the front. And Shotzi does such a good job finessing there, to be honest, like playing his life really well. If we look at number 2, he finesses super well. He gets 1 kill. Look, he gets the other kill. He goes through, he repositions, gets another kill. We don't see a lot of his POV, but we can kind of see a little bit of it. So look, right now, look, he watches the left, centers onto him, gets the first kill. As soon as he gets this kill, he knows this window is clear. No one is pushing through the window. If they're going to push me, it's likely to be from the outer. So immediately jumps, repositions, and centers on the outer. He sees him, jumps again. So it's just great play, great positioning. It's actually 3 down. He should probably push up here and bump the time. Exactly what he does. You actually see Hook plays that phenomenal. He pushes up and puts so much pressure. Now, look what Dashi does. Dashi watches the pinch, and the way Dashi's positioning himself right now is he's basically watching the whole cross so that they can't push basically the side door or the back, right? So he's basically being a UAV right now, and if someone comes side door, Shotzi would turn around. So you're going to notice Shotzi doesn't turn around now, I'm assuming, until Dashi comms it right there. He kind of checks it now, but I don't think he needs to until Dashi comms it. He kind of checks it, boom. Now, look right there. Now, in my opinion, I think Dashi should push up more now. I don't think he needs to sit here. They need to bump a bit more efficiently. In my opinion there, he needs to push and help. I think he kind of played for the gamble. It worked out really well for him, to be fair. So it's just one of those plays where it actually looks like actually, I read this wrong. I thought, yeah, right now, I actually thought Simp was downstairs. Simp is actually upstairs. So Dashi is kind of holding that pinch, waiting for them to push through. I still think right now Dashi should go and help the time, to be honest with you. It works out really well timing-wise, but I do think he should probably be a little bit more aggressive, in my opinion. Like right now, like bump the time. It ends up working out really well. I think that's more phase trolling, though. I'm not going to lie. I think that's more phase trolling. So they go through, and this hill has just been superb. It really has been from Optic. But look at this again. Look at the pressure. I always mention the term bumping hill, right? What we want to do. We want to push up, get aggression. Here's a perfect example. You want to bump the time and be annoying. So right now you can see, look, Shotzi's pushed up further. You have Merc basically on the edge of time, ready to go. And then Dashi's going to get time. Merc is going to push up even further, help him. And we're just going to keep getting aggressive. He's now going to hold this window and just reposition and slow them down. And this is essentially a 60-second hill from Optics to get back in the game. So P1, phase dominated. P2, I think phase dominated. P3, I think it was more favorable to phase. Optic get a good P4 rotation and they're back in the game. In fact, they're leading. So you could see, you could be good for 3 hills, lose 1 rotation and be out, not out of the game, but, you know, it'd be back to even. That's something that's really important, which is why you have to maintain and kind of maximize those money hills, okay? Merc gets so many kills there. It's going to be 3 apiece. Draws a great angle there, trying just to finesse. And you can see Shotzi's going to go through. Now, this is when you can essentially pinch. Right now, his teammates are spawning at the back. Because there's so much time on this hill, we're not too worried about the next P2 spawns. So he knows where his teammates are. He's just going to go pinch them and try to be annoying here. You see 04 actually reads it, but Shotzi gets the kill. Now, he's just going to go behind them. He's going to go behind them. He's going to try something. Look at that. He gets right behind 2 of them. He spawns them out. But with 40 seconds left, that's okay. To be honest, that's absolutely fine. You can absolutely hold this side of the map, right? Look what he does. He just holds it. He's absolutely fine there. Now, they have 30 seconds where they have the heal, and they have an opportunity to break for spawns. Hook stretches this out. I want to talk about Hook right now. Can we focus on Hook's arrow from here? Focus on number 1 arrow, okay? So right now, you just saw a really crazy spawn, by the way. Because both sides are kind of pinched, and it's exactly in the middle. These are like the weird P1 spawns. Look at this. Abuser's going to spawn first, number 5. Like, they spawn at the same time, and they kind of get every spawn in the game almost. So sometimes P1 can be hard to predict. If you really deep it and go into details, basically number 7 was blocking the left. So number 4 spawned at the exact same time on the right. Because number 4 spawned on the right, for some reason number 5 spawned there. Number 5 should have just spawned back there. It makes no sense. So that was a weird spawn. They're definitely not going to read number 5. It's such a weird spawn. Bro, Hassad, why the fuck did 5 spawn? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you agree with me? Like, shouldn't 5 just spawn there? Like, right there. Like, why didn't 5 just spawn there? This is what I'm saying. Sometimes, I think P1 spawns are always dodgy on almost every hill. There's so many... I don't know why he spawns there. That's all over the place. I'm not gonna lie. That's all over the place. But I love what Hook does here, chat. Even now, look what Hook does, right? In terms of the map control, like his idea. I know he doesn't execute well, but what his... Never mind, Abuser died before Dashi. Yeah, but still... Even though Abuser dies before Dashi, why doesn't Abuser spawn behind 7? Like there, but why did I don't get why he just didn't spawn behind 7? Is this the default spawn? Is this the default spawn? So because that wasn't blocked for that 1 second, Dashi wasn't there. That's still weird though, I can't lie. I still feel like he should have spawned behind Simp. Oh, 04. Did he push up lights? And back away. Yeah, but you normally still get the spawn behind though. Like, even if he pushes up lights, they still get... Oh, okay, maybe because... Oh, because that was open while he pushed up lights. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's still weird. I can't lie. I still feel like it's a bit weird. I hear it. It's just still a bit weird. Fresh 4 down. They're going to go through. I think right there, 8 could have got a bit rogue. Right here. I feel like Sim could have got a little bit rogue. They just got fresh 4 down. Like right here, I feel like he could have gone rogue. I really do. I think Sim could have gone rogue and just pushed up. He kind of backs away. He ends up going a bit rogue through middle, so there you go. So that's what I wanted by like going rogue right now. They just got 4 down. Number 6 is blocking the back. So that they go through, and they spawn them on the right. I even think that Simp could have played an off angle somewhere mid-cut here. What I like about Optic's play is just the 3 hits straight away to the left to try and just kind of pinch through. I really like that play. Look at that. So number 2's going across. They get a couple of kills. Number 2's being super fast here. And what you're going to notice as well is they actually spawn them out. That's just a super heads-up play from Optic to kind of push through. FaZe lose their fights on the rotation, and then Optic get the spawns. Now, you can easily hold this hill from the front. You can easily hold this hill from the front. But, I do think you prefer to have the back. It's weird, though. You can definitely get put in a blender right now. I think the biggest thing is couches. If you had this mid-couches control where 1 and 3 are, you could set up so many crossfires. Like right now, if you're where 1 is, you could set up these crossfires there, and 3 can kind of watch that. So that number 2, as he goes in, he kind of just got to clean up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They don't really need to do too much. So look what happens here. Shotzi's going to go in, and because they're getting shot, look at that. They're putting pressure on them. So Optic do a great job. They get a couple of kills, and this again comes down to the team trades. If FaZe get a couple of kills right now, it changes everything. It's that first blood for me. As soon as Merc gets that first kill, it's just about trading efficiently. And again, not worrying about dying. Shotzi's not worrying about KD right now. Go, go, go. As long as you win your team trades, you spawn them out, it's fine. So there's another kill, another kill. Everyone's just fighting right now. Boom. 3v1. I don't think Abuser needs to challenge there. Like, I think you've got to know when to slow down a little bit, but it doesn't really matter too much. It's just right there. Like, for example, I just feel like when you're there, kind of cut your losses. That's how I feel like right now. I feel like right now. I think right now you cut your losses if you're Abuser. If you're, in my opinion, it's like your team all died. You're basically the only one there. Like 8's so fucked. I think there's a world where 5 stays here. Now I don't know if you guys agree. It's more like I think there's context as well because there's so much time left. Hassad, I'm curious what you and 3. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Abuser right now could stay where they are, or do you think he should push right now? Because the way I'm looking at this is like it's very like maybe they get 1. But I just think that it messes them up more. Like, I just think he's going to die here. What do you guys think? Like, I think he should stay there and wait. Because like, I think he made it too easy. Even, I know it sounds hindsight, but even in that moment, just kind of slow down for a second. Like, just regroup and go again. Not just keep one by one head bushing it. I just feel like it makes it a bit difficult. Stay, not going to lie. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just because your team already got 3 down. It's one of those ones. I just think just kind of wait and like play for a kill with an AR and go from there. Because now, look, now it's 4v2. And then Draza again, same thing. Draza's by himself. So you want to, like, even Draza, he's throwing as well. Like, I think you have to kind of hindsight. It is kind of hindsight. It's definitely kind of hindsight. I think it's, but like, even right now, when your team dies though, like right now, he has the timing, no? The reason it's hindsight is because Simp dies. So I'm able to, you're completely right. It's hindsight because Simp dies. Right there. If Simp, yeah, exact, no. I completely agree. If Simp gets 1, if Simp stays alive and gets 1, yeah, no, I agree with that. If Simp gets 1 there, you could definitely be like, why would he not push? So I completely agree with that. But just for you guys watching at home, if Simp dies a second earlier, then I do think he definitely stays alive there. But right now, again, I think Draza waits. Like, I think Draza going now is... You know what, Zypher? You're saying that, Hassad. You're saying that. I don't think you push if you're him right now. I think, Hassad, knowing you, I think if you're number 5 now, I don't think you push that. With everyone dying, I think you hold that. And I think you get a kill from there, from inner, and you wait. Am I, like, from knowing you, I think you play that because you play that well. Like, I think you wait there. Like, even draws are going through right now. I just feel like their trades, they're not close enough though to trade each other. That's kind of my biggest thing right now. They're not like, they're going in waves of 2. It's not close enough. I think they're making it super easy for Optic. And by the way, like, it's not easy to get the trades, by the way. Like, it's not easy to win that from breaking, but I still think you give yourself a chance there, right? Kills going again, good pressure. This is another thing I really like. If that's ego, I'm not challenging. Because he's going to chow you, basically. What I really like here, what Dashi does, and what a lot of people don't do in this scenario, and not necessarily pros, more like, just like in general for rank play and stuff, is this. As soon as he gets his kill here, he's really weak. He knows he's going to die. But again, this is about just putting the pressure, being annoying. So look, he goes in again with his pistol and makes Abuza one shot. Do you see how quick Abuza dies there? It's just a team trait. So right there again, if you could die but put damage down, you're going to be annoying. They go through again, he's dead. And Optic just soak the pressure super well, and they kind of maintain that hold. So is it hindsight? Potentially, but I do think FaZe maybe should have just waited like a second or 2 and had maybe a little bit of a better group push. But at the same time, 1 or 2 kills go their way, it changes things. Really good hill though, really good back and forward. Optic just win all the trades. So like I said, like that could have easily gone the other way. So what you're going to see right now is number 1 and 2 going for a full wrap round. Number 5 is reading this super well though. Abuza, great angle, good kill, and he's just going to kind of slow them down. Oh, I know you solo queue, but you think we could get a map in TG? What's together? Sorry, I'm tweaking. I'm C3 and never been airy, but always watching CMW. Even watch the one-on-one coaching video. Always good to watch. Well, I appreciate that, Spook. I appreciate that. You've been following for a while as well, man. Hey, I do appreciate that. We'll be doing some sub games and stuff, so we might do some sub games and stuff. So potentially then, bro. Potentially then. I do appreciate the message though and the kind words. I really do. Rank play, I kind of run with people I know or solo queue. It's just one of those ones. It's nothing like personal. It's just the way it is. Same thing here, what you saw from earlier. Again, just good pressure. These are really good team fights as well. I actually love the route Mercury's took, and I'm surprised no one kind of picked it up. Like, you see right now, like, no one's really watching middle, and he kind of just slips through. Like, 8 picks up a bit late. Simp wins the fight, though, and then, boom, trade after trade after trade again. And a lot of these fights are coming down to those one-on-one trades, right? Now, that's fucked up 3. I never said that, bro. I like Spook, bro. Of course I like Spook. What the hell? Look what this guy is gaslighting me, chat. Look what 3 said. Look what Payout said, bro. What the fuck? I never said that. No. I don't think you're hacking. Don't worry. I didn't think you're hacking, bro. I'm just saying, like, I never thought you're hacking. I'm just saying it's more, again, I just play with people I know, and then that's kind of it. If we get to know each other, you know, maybe we play from there. But yeah, right now, that's not really what I do, unfortunately. I love what Mercury does here as well. A lot of people are so afraid to early rotate. 23 seconds left. He chalks it up. He goes left. He's basically trying to get through before the enemy kind of reads it and reacts. He wants to get around there and there and there to slow them down. You know what I'm saying? So look, he's going to go across, and look, they're just going to say, yo, let's hit the nuke. They know they got the 60 seconds last rotation. It's all about the end game. It's not about the micro hills. Okay, so now they get through, and now it's just a wave of kills. They get across, they play this super well, super disciplined. The reason why this is so important, like so important, is because right now, with Shotzi getting this kill, if Shotzi dies there, we're still on the P3 spawns. If Shotzi dies there, he spawns right around there. He spawns in Narnia, right? So what happens is it's really difficult. So you have to play your life here. Okay, he dies. Thanks, Shotzi. I was gassing you and you died. I was just gassing him. But I was just gassing Shotzi, bro. Now he spawns in Narnia. I think he's got to play his life there. Yeah, again, could be hindsight. A lot of these plays could be hindsight for sure. I just think they had a good setup, man. I think especially the timing, but Big Merc drops 2 anyway, so it doesn't matter. They win their team trades. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can hold through the front, man. It's absolutely fine to hold through the front. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine to hold through the front. You could see they go across. They're not even over pushing this. They're like, we're comfortable holding through the front. Now, what number 1 does is he preempts it. He kind of blocks it. So 7 spawns at the back. What is hindsight? Hindsight is in, I'm saying it because I know what's happened. I'm going back. In the moment, it's harder to read. So certain plays are with hindsight. Like, oh, why didn't he check the left corner? Obviously, we know where he is. Now, other plays are more like situational. In the moment, they should have known that. That's what that means. So right now, they look at that great read from number 3 as well to know the spawns. That's just a communication and everything. So they know 1's going to spawn behind and he's going to go across. He's going to kill him. Boom. Just good reads from them. They know 2 are going to spawn there. 04 gets through, to be fair. Really good trigger discipline. What 04 did there was so, like, well played. He knew exactly where he was. He goes across. He plays it perfectly. He gets really good trigger discipline. He gets 2. That is a superb from 04. Just a trigger discipline there. He basically secures this hill for them. And that's why kills are so important. But it's also like what type of kill you get, right? Now, 4 down, you look where number 6 is. What happens now? There are 2 spawns on this hill. So you have spawn number 1, your default spawn's back there. Then your secondary spawn, your other spawn's there. Sorry, not secondary, just your other spawn's there. Because he's pushing this up further, they're going to get the other spawn over there. Now, because Shotzi spawn's there, not over there, he knows, or he should know, somebody from FaZe is pushed up around there, right? It's just the logic of, okay, we didn't get the normals when someone's going to be there. So now, what do? They actually take a bit more of a different route. He's going to go through middle. He's taking this mid-cut route. I actually like this as well because no one really does this. No one really takes this long route. Actually, 3M does it in some games. But it's like kind of just saying, you know what, it's 20 seconds left. Like, I'm just going to hit it one time and see if I can get through. And it's not a bad play. It's just one of those where you could, like, maybe get 15 seconds here and just slow them down. And that's exactly what they do. Good job. Good job, man, overall. Merc is blind. How did Merc? Yeah, I agree. Merc should have seen him there. That's kind of crazy. 4 down again. They're pushing that once again. They go through, and now we're going to be on the new hardpoint. And this is just coming down to our battle right now. The biggest thing from both these teams, they're playing well. They're trading well. The money hills are doing. It's just a trade-off right now. This is what you're going to see in really good competitive hardpoints. No one has the ability to have like a 2 KD because they're just in so many fucking trade battles. It's not like one team's in a blender. Like, all these hills are happening so close to each other, all these fights. That's why everyone's kind of similar KD. You got Simp, though. I'm not gonna lie. Simp's gunny is just a different level, bro. The thing with Simp is he is just so good individually and he just always stands out. So the other side, like, you can see a bit more of a struggling from FaZe. I would say FaZe are probably playing better hardpoint in terms of they are being more efficient. If you actually look at the kills from Optic, everyone is kind of positive, but they're only up by like 20. That's not bad. 20 is not bad, but when the game's even, you could say Optic being a little bit less efficient, but that's just purely from a stat line basis. That doesn't always translate like that. Look at number 6 again. I want you to pay attention to number 6, right? He's in early. He's in early. All the kills go through, right? So because right there, they got a 3-piece. He's like, oh, I'm just going to push up. I'm just going to push up. Number 8's going to back away and kind of block that area. He's going to back away and like block that area. And now they're putting so much pressure on the left. So now he's just kind of pushing through the front. And what he's going to do now is he's basically going to tell his team, guys, they cannot come front. They can only come middle and far right. That's what he does by being there. He basically tells them, like, guys, this is what we're doing. Whereas, yeah. FaZe got that 40. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it looks like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like it, though, stat-wise, but there's always context to it. I'm just saying in default, like, when you actually look at the stats, though, like, you could say it's more efficient from FaZe. Like, when you're winning or even without the kills, it's a good thing. But obviously watching it, like, yeah, I agree. That 1 or 2 plays was definitely impactful. This P2, though, bro, Optic just fucking always do a good job of this. Like, this map, they're just doing a great job at so far. Who wins the fight at the back? Let me back away a little bit. Because how did they break? Did FaZe scam it? Let's see. So off the break here, like, they're going through. Mercury's, again, one thing Mercury's does so often, I don't know if you guys have noticed, he always gets first blood in these scenarios. He kind of gives me Simp vibes. I think Simp does that as well. It's like, it's not just about the kill, it's like, what kill are you getting? Like, for example, O4 got 2 kills earlier, but those 2 4s were fucking huge. They got like 40 seconds. Right now, look what we're seeing. Merc goes through, and I think Drada scams, man. It's hard to see, we don't see his POV, but the reason I say he scams is because I think if you're gonna, you have to get a kill there. It's a tough one. Like, you can either call it a scam or you can say you're being harsh, but I personally feel like if you're in the position, you're pushed up, you don't get a kill, I think you've scammed a bit, right? It's just one of those. Like, you have to kind of get a kill there. So now the front's open. Couches is also kind of open a little bit as well. Now it's a 4v3. They're going to go through as well, and it just comes down to timing right now. And Merc just wins another one on Hill. So he just basically gets 2, puts all the pressure through, and because no one in Optic dies, Optic are kind of slowly sliding in, and they're just all playing their life well. And then look at that again. The way Dashi plays as well, this is what I'm saying, like, you need to know when to play your life. Dashi right now, he sees a boozer. He's not challenging him because he's playing his life. He's buying time. Hook's like, wait, buy me time. Boom. Gets the kill. As he gets the kill, Merc gets the kill in the front. Now they know the last 2 are on time. They're blocking spawns first. 04 and a boozer spawn first. 04's already spawned. A boozer's going to spawn now. And then Shotzi's going to spawn behind them. So now you don't need to worry about the back because he goes through. Don't think it's a scam, to be honest. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's up to you how you want to look at it. I think you could argue either way. Like, you either scam, it's not a scam. I do think if you're pushed up on a cut, you should get a kill. Like, it's more likely that you do get a kill. If you don't, I personally look at it like a scam. No way he fucking trolls that. Hook, what was that? He had a grenade in his hand. That looks so trolly. That looks so trolly. Again, this one's just a tie battle right now. Once again, it keeps happening, these kind of tie battles. He spawned, no he didn't. He spawned in the front. Wait, Draza didn't spawn in the back. Oh, well, you're saying in the thing. Yeah, but he leaves him in the... If he gets a kill, though, if he gets 1 kill, though, Hassad, 1 and 4 break the hill, not the plays in the front. Okay, so Azaifa is obviously insane, right? So this is why I like his opinion here. He's saying, I don't think it's a scam because 1 and 4 break the hill because FaZe... But I think the reason why I think it's a scam is because... Let's go back through it together and see, like, why. Because when they get the kills, they put more pressure on them. If they got 1 kill, right? If Draza gets 1 kill there... FaZe didn't win the fights in the front, though. Look. Okay, I see what you're saying. Simp wins the fights anyway, so it was even more of a scam at the back. Okay, I can concede that. Because FaZe wins the fight. Yeah, it was definitely more of a scam at the back there because they broke through the back. I still feel like regardless, you have to get a kill at the front there. Because you still put pressure on the second guy. And another thing, Zypher, if they get the kills now, right, there's more help to the back there. Like right now, look who's watching the back. They're turning around towards the front. So even though it looks like a boozer scams here, right, you're saying like... Because you said, like, not the plays in the front because FaZe win the fights in the front anyways, right? You're saying, like, they win the fights anyways. But don't you think that they only win the fights in the front because Draza died, they all put their resources to the front? Like, right now, think about it, right? If Draza was helping Abuza, he might get the kill on Hook. Like, again, it's all kind of hindsight and just context towards it, but it's an interesting conversation. But I do think, like, Draza dying at the front first causes this kind of chaos, which then leads to Abuza. That's the way I'm looking at it. So I do think he scams a bit because he dies first. That's how I look at it. Because yes, they win the fights at the front, but they only got the numbers in the front because they gave up the numbers in the back. It's one of them ones. They left someone to try to fight 1v4. Yeah, to fight 1 and 4, sorry. Yeah. But that's why. Because they needed help in the front, though. It's also very, very, very easy for us to analyze, by the way, chat. So when I'm criticizing, it's not like sitting on a high horse. It's just good for our understanding, because you can't always make the perfect play. Someone has to make a play to go wrong. Otherwise, every team's going to win. It doesn't make sense. It's a winning or losing game. You know what I'm saying? He just uses free life. Yeah, no, I do agree. Okay, maybe not a scam, but I call it a scam. But I can see why you wouldn't call it a scam, you know? Yeah, he is his free life. But I just think if he gets a kill with his free life, it stops Optic from breaking, because there's less things going on in the middle and stuff. Like, they have more resources to help. Like, if Draza pushes front, then they can help each other, stuff like that. That's why I think that. Dashy goes through. Dashy kind of watches the front there. Good shots. Backs away. Plays live. Trades go through. I'm going to go through gridlock after this. Zypher, you want to do gridlock as well? You want to join the call? Ooh. If you want to jump in the gridlock one, I'm down. We could talk about it if you want. Bro, Luke is so important and stuff like that. Like, look what happens there. Like, his teammates kind of die here, and look what he does. So, like, hell no, what the hell? Zypher hates me, chat. I was going to jump on, he's like, hell no. Alright, give your input in the chat like you're doing, and I can discuss it. You know what I'm saying? It's good input from you, Zypher. Bro, what Hook does here, look, it's just a dammy, bro. The dammy, he tries to grenade there. He's just being annoying. He goes through, he stuns one as well, keeps jumping. Like, he's just being a pain in the ass. Just being a pain in the ass. Doesn't quite get all the trades there, but I still like the way he plays that. FaZe do such a good job there, man. For me, Simp as well. Like, what a fucking legacy map, bro. Even like at the start, he was just heating up, man, playing so well. And the thing with Simp is he's so consistent. It's actually insane. He is the most consistent player in the game. Like, I think Mercury's is up there for sure. I have to think about it. Maybe not. I don't know if that statement. I think you could argue Simp is the most consistent. He's like been the top 3 most consistent in the last like every COD basically. Like just every COD. He's just so good, bro. He's just so good. Need to do something, don't hate you. Okay, no worries, Alpha. Same thing here, man. Look at number 8, chat. Look what number 8 does. Simp goes through to New. Again, he pushes New so early. Not early, but he pushes New in such a good time. I use early in terms of like before the rest of the lobby, right? Now, he has the whole of the front of New. So he's telling his team, guys, they can't come from front of New. And look what they're doing. This is what I mean by pressure on the map, right? If you pause it right now, I can't believe FaZe didn't win this. I can't believe FaZe didn't win this. Simp has information front. Abuser has information middle. And Draza should just basically watch this and know where they're coming from, right? So let's kind of see what happens and how they break here. It looks crazy, but it's just about wave of kills as well. So look, they go through. And again, the biggest thing I would say is just Optic using their numbers, man. They use their numbers super well. They get a big kill. And the biggest thing they do as well, they spawn them out. Once again, it all comes down to the spawns, right? We back away here. 3 and a Zypher are stupid, bro. Man said learn how to spell, but spell wrong. That's pretty funny. He spell wrong. That's hilarious. So 6 spawns out. As he spawns out, 5 dies as well. So what I would say right now is, again, just I do think in this moment, again, I would love to know what you guys think here, okay? I do think as well, with Abuser, I don't think he should push these stairs. Let me explain why. It sounds like hindsight, but no one is middle. And they know that because of where they were standing. They know that no one was middle, right? They literally saw no one middle. They saw all the pressure coming through the left. Simp knows no one's there as well. So I think right now, you kind of know that they're going to heavy play this area. I think you set up crossfires here and kind of give up a little bit of map control to play for a wave. I think Abuser being here is good if there's only like one player, one of those ones. But because of the map control here, he definitely should kill Shotzi, which definitely helps out, right? But I do think he goes a bit rogue because we know the information. Simp knows no one's up front. Like, we know that they're pushing through the left there. So I think you, in my opinion, again, it could be hindsight. It's absolutely fine. I'm just trying to understand the situation. I just think that yeah, I agree with 3am there. He should back away and play an angle to where they see them cross. Again, in this scenario, that's what I think you should do because his teammates know the information. If they didn't have the information or they knew there was only one there, I don't mind him pushing up. But now, it makes so much more pressure, and I think it makes it difficult for Simp and 04 there. Simp goes through, they get a couple of kills. I think I saw the flank talking about this, how Simp should have pushed up here. I think this is fine from FaZe, like just being annoying, kind of holding from the front. I think they just lose the trades again. I think the play early was worse. And then I think he goes, I don't think he should have pushed after. I think he should have pushed either earlier or waited. Again, it's super easy for us to say that though, man. It's super easy in hindsight. I completely agree. That should have made the right play. He might have, man. Boozer's a good player though. Boozer's good. Goes through, loses his fight. And again, it just comes down to certain fights as well, man. Look at this. That 04 is like absolutely screwed on Hill. Boom, gets taken down. You know what I'm saying? It's taken down, and now they push through again. Look at number 3. 3 pushes through. The cruise is kind of irrelevant. There's like 7 seconds as well. Oh, no, I'm tweaking. Sorry, I thought Optic was the one with 7 seconds. My bad. Scam, that's a scam. There you go. Hassad's finally admitted there's a scam. Every time I said there's a scam, Hassad said, nope. He's finally admitted that's a scam. Oh, I like this angle from 04. That's a nice one, I can't lie. And then Optic just have all the numbers, man. They have all the numbers. They go through, they get the kills, man. It is just one of those as well, man. It's just great hardpoint. Honestly, bro, 1 kill. It's because he knew, yeah, exactly. It's also that, for me, it's not even the spawning out, though. Yeah, actually, no, it is that. It's the spawning out, and we knew they weren't middle or right. So, like, just fucking back away, bro. Oh, you're talking about the simp one. I'm talking about the earlier one, yeah. Yeah, even though FaZe won, the Optic won this, bro, like, it was the closest you're gonna get. Like, it literally was the closest you're gonna get. It was just a good game, man. It was just a good game. Like, even if Optic lost this, you wouldn't really moan too much. It was just a really good game. Bro, Shotzi ends on an 8 streak as well. That's just tippable. That's just tippable. Just some top quality hardpoint, man. Optic definitely did really good in the P2s. I think the P2s really saved them. And also, I low-key think the P4s. I think the P2s and P4s were quite good for Optic. I actually think FaZe were quite dominant on the P3s and P1s, like, overall, throughout the map. And it kind of just went through that split. That's how it kind of looked like to me, man. But hope you guys enjoyed the analysis, man. It was a lot of fun just doing some CDL breakdown. If you guys want to see more of this, just jump in the stream whenever, man. We can do some more of these. And yeah, catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.